There's a lot of misinformation going around in the comments of one of my Gypsy Rose videos. So I want to address like some really big key points of misinformation that the Gypsy Rose supporters keep spreading, because I think it's important to be honest so that we have the full picture. Because what do manipulative, narcissistic, and coercive people do? Rewrite the narrative in their favor. That's right. So the biggest the biggest lies that are going on in those comments, the misinformation, is like this idea that Gypsy Rose only had one way out. That's not actually true, because Gypsy Rose had run away successfully several times, right? She had actually left her home successfully and gone somewhere else for a matter of days with other people, some of which were aware that she was not as ill as her mother led people to believe. And I think one of the really big key pieces of evidence that points to this is the fact that Gypsy ran away to her father in Louisiana. And this was happening sometime around 2011 when the other successful runaway attempts were happening. Gypsy, and I believe they said it was a taxi, managed to get a taxi to take her from Missouri back to Louisiana where her father was. But her father was down on his luck at the time and was like living with friends and things, and she didn't like the space. She wasn't comfortable in the space, so after a few days, she agreed to go back with her mom. She was with her father, who she had regular contact with, who she could have told, who would have told other family, who would have believed her because they were already suspicious and they knew Dee Dee's character. Now, the other big piece of misinformation that people keep spreading in these comments is also that Gypsy didn't know how old she was, that Gypsy thought she was a child, yada, yada, yada. That's not true. Gypsy admitted herself in the prison confessions of Gypsy Rose and in Gypsy's Revenge that she found out in 2011 how old she was. In 2011, she discovered the documentation that proved she was 19. I believe it was Social Security documents and or a birth certificate. At that time, she decided to run away with her 36-year-old boyfriend that she had met on the internet. And when her mom hunted her down and came to get her days later, she confronted her mother. This is in Gypsy's own words. Gypsy admitted that she confronted her mother and said, "I know how old I am. You can't make me go back with you." To which, again, according to Gypsy, she said her mom went, "Right, okay, got it. We will treat you more like a 19-year-old and I'll let you talk to this boy, yada, yada, yada." Which, yeah, obviously didn't happen, but that shows that she knew how old she was. And it shows that she knew she could exercise rights related to her age, aka, "I'm not going with you. I know how old I am. Call the police. I ain't going. I have the documents right here." So it's fine to be whatever side you want to be on. That's, whatever. People choose silly hills to die on. But let's not play into narratives that don't actually exist. Let's be honest and lay all the facts out on the table when we are having these conversations. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.